Hey guys, um, here we go. Stats. So this is I kind of making this work. Let me hit reset here. I'll tell you what I have going on. So if I look at this is I'm going to use my pointer here. So I'm simulating a single performance. This is for a sports stat simulator. This is a really good way. Let me switch my mouse pads here. This is a really good way to look at uh, the question about was it discrimination or not when it came to the hiring practices. So if you see me looking to the right, I have it up on my other screen here. So basically, what it is we have a single performance, and it's the number of successes. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown, and then we're going to ask a question at the end of this, and that'll be your lecture for today. And then I'm going to have you guys answer something a little bit differently for your homework, your assignment tonight. So here we go. So the ability to be successful. So the whole idea was this: excuse the writing because I'm doing it with my mouse and it's not very good. We had 25 pilots. 15 of them were males, and then 10 of them were females. Right? So we had 15 males and 10 of them were females. And so when it was all said and done, they chose 8 pilots, right? They chose 8 pilots, and what happened is I believe, let me look, 5 of them were female, and 3 of them were male. All right, so we've got this we've got this piece here. We've got 25, we've got 15 males and 10 females. So when you look at this, we should have more male pilots than female pilots. And what happened was is we had 5 females and 3 males. So when it comes to statistics, we have to we have to look at random chance and see what happens. So if we didn't know the results of this, so if I just erased that piece right here, I just said, all right, I'm done. I'm erasing that piece right here. And I look at it, I, I say, okay, 10 out of 15, 10 out of 25 should be the ratio of females. Well, if I do, let me go ahead and click on this one here. If I do the ratio, 10 divided by 25, right, is about 40% of the time. So about 40% of the time, a female is going to be chosen out of the 25 because there's 10 of them out of 25. So if I just randomly pick one, you have a 40% chance of being chosen or being successful. So when we look at this generator that I have here, and this is what's cool about uh, technology, we know that the ability to be successful for a female is about a successful means being chosen for a pilot is about zero point 0.4 or 40%. We know that they chose 8 times. So every time they choose one, there's about a 40% chance if it keeps going. I know there's not really because we've already chosen one pilot, but we're not going to get into that right now. So the idea is that you simulate one performance. So if I click on one performance, that's what I get. They chose 5 pilots that were female right here. That's one single performance. So they were able to choose 5 pilots. If I click it again and I hit simulate a performance that time, they chose 3 out of 8 attempts. And then if I reset it again and hit this, they got 6 female pilots out of 8 that time. So it's random because it's just randomly choosing is it a success or failure. And so remember, if it's a success, they only had a 40% chance of being a success. So now let's go ahead and reset this thing and let's do it out of 100. If I do it out of 100, it's going to do 100 simulations and it's going to say a success will be 0 0.4. So let's check this out. All right, so this is where we're at right here. we're at this piece right here where a success is 0.4. So from 0 to 0.4 is a success, and then anything after that is a male. So if they did the picking 8 pilots, if out of 25, if they did it 100 times, so if they repeated that process 100 times, they would get, at one time, they would get 0 female athletes. This many times, these dots, they'd get pilots. 1 female pilot, 2 female pilots, 3 female pilots, 4 female pilots, 5 female pilots, 6 female pilots, and then 7 female pilots. So if we look at this and we do a little bit of math, let me get my calculator. The biggest total here is 3. Well, if we do 3 divided by 8, it comes out to 37%. So, which makes sense because they're going to get chosen 40% of the time. Well, here it is. 3 out of 8. 3 out of 8 is about 40% of 8. So this thing's looking pretty decent when it comes to matching up with this. Now our question is this: how many times can a female athlete, I keep saying athlete because we're talking about athlete's ability here. I keep saying athlete because it's right there, because remember, this is a sports stats generator. How many times can a female pilot be chosen out of 8 pilots at a 40% success rate? Well, if we look here, here's 5 pilots, right? That means that there are 14 dots greater than or equal to 5. What that means is at 14% of the time, 5 or more horrible writing. 5 or more pilots chosen would be female 14% of the time. So my question to you is, since they can be chosen 14% of the time, is that really discrimination or not? That's the question you're going to answer at the end of these notes. I will see you guys soon.